we're continuing our recognition of September as Workforce Development Month and discussing some special kudos with the next guest. Joining us is Kris Asper, Dean of Architectural Design and Construction, our Architectural Design and Construction Center of Excellence. Welcome back to the show, Kris.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Yes, I show up once a week. I should get welcome too. There we go. And congratulations are in order. You deserve major kudos for one of your programs receiving initial accreditation from the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology. So this is years in the making with more years to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are very proud of it. It took us more than 2 years working on it, battling several people from different universities. They came down here. They reside with us for 5 days. They look at every single things in the program, and they give us some things to do. And they show up here last October 2022. And within this, since October, we've been working very diligently to achieve all their requirements. And finally, we did. And they agree on giving us the credentials to be ABET certified. And this is great for the program because not too many universities or college here they are ABET certified, and we are the only college in Greater Houston area certified by ABET.
Oh, okay. So that's the part I wanted to hear because listen, we like to lead out here at HGC. So the computer aided drafting program, this accreditation will go until 2026 and certainly for more years to come. And happy to hear that we are leading in Houston for that. And, I think this is what's, so interesting, right? People will notice when you are unaccredited, but few people know what it takes to get that accreditation. So this is important for the students.
Yeah, definitely. We have articulation with several universities. The biggest one is TSU, and even TSU themselves, they are not ABET accredited. We become accredited before TSU they are to become accredited. So this tells you something about the program, about the faculty, about the staff, and about the curriculum. It's one of the best in the country.
And for those who may not be familiar with what is possible with a computer-aided drafting degree, tell us in like 1 or 2 sentences, if a student had never heard of this pathway, what does this allow students to do?
Okay, we are dealing with emerging technology. Technology change every day. Usually we studied very carefully and we find out that the digital age half-time, it's about 3 years. So when there is a technology in the market, you can use it no more than 6 years and become obsolete. So we decided we need really to fulfill this requirement to make sure that we have enough qualified technician to go fill the workforce area in Houston. And Houston is huge when it comes to engineering and technicians because almost everybody in the town, they work either with petrochemical or with healthcare. All those use the technology that drafting engineering produce, because you cannot make nothing without making documentation. Drafting is nothing but documentation. It's digital documentation. In order for your product to become legally available to the public, you have to get some documentation from the court, from the city. And this documentation is a drawing. They have to look at the drawing. They find this drawing is workable. It's not dangerous. There is nobody file a patent on it. If all this pass, then you can go ahead and produce this. And that's what we train our students to do. We train them to go for the petrochemical, to work there. And Houston filled with those companies. Almost all those big companies are here, from Shell to Exxon to Halliburton to KBR, all those, their headquarters here in Houston. So you see the demand. In addition to that, we have the medical center. You know, a lot of those medical equipment are electronics, electrical. We deal with a smart building, how we make your building efficient, use less energy. You know, look at Houston. I mean, Houston is amazing. You know, we have big downtown, we have the Woodland, we have the Galleria, we have the medical center. All those have buildings. And if you think about how much energy it takes to run those buildings, it's amazing, huge. So it's come to us how we make those buildings more efficient, how we make them EPA, apply EPA regulations, and all this change by the days, by the month. So we train our students to work with all those emerging. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and Kris, I'm, you know, something that people may not realize is just how much intentionality is going into making sure that our curriculum is meeting the market demand, and just how quickly curriculum becomes obsolete because of that emerging technology. So coming to, I don't think a lot of people think about, like, coming to a community college, you are getting experience with that emerging technology. We have our advisory boards here with our centers of excellence that are advising, say, hey, this is where the workforce is shifting. These are the types of employees that we want to come in to our fields, and we're expecting you as an institution of higher learning to prepare them. And so essentially we have really aligned with the goal of building a talent strong Texas. So I appreciate you sharing just how many ways we are really looking at how do we make sure our students are ready to enter the workforce.
Absolutely. We're very proud we create this kind of relationship with companies. I mean, if you come here to Central College, you see that companies in and out on a daily basis. We invite them. They come to us. We go there. We visit them. Advisory board is very active. We meet at least 3 times, you know. We sit down on table. We look them at the eyes. We tell them, look, what do you want us to do? We're not just going to offer the class because it's the class. You know, we want to offer the class. It will fulfill the need of your company. We are working here to make sure that the Houston economy is strong and stays strong. And in order to do that, we have to collaborate with those industries. Industries is a huge part of our COEs. Without industry, we cannot survive. We don't want to teach just theory. We need to make sure that those students, when they leave us here, they go find those, what they call them, it's hard to find jobs, high paid. Right. Those kind of jobs are needed in Houston. You know, they can make family more sustainable families. They can make the students more, you know, secure to continue to finish, to move to a university degrees and so on. So I'm telling you, we are lucky we have all those companies here, and we are very active with them. We invite them, we go there, we create a lot of partnership, we create a lot of relationship. Now Johnson Control, it is the huge company in the world. We got from them $100,000 scholarship to help minority students. You know, this is a huge, you know, and this is renewable for another 4 years. So it means that we might be able to get up to $500,000 from them, you know.
That is phenomenal, Kris.
Yeah, and this is not,
you know, we've had a great conversation. We're running out of time, but I want to make sure that we walk away with our viewers knowing just about specific programs such as construction management, HVAC, building inspection, and interior design. So give us an overview of the programs that you are working within your centers of excellence and what students can expect.
Absolutely. You know, this COE has 5 different programs, and all those are very critical to Houston. The first one is HVAC, which is dealing with AC. I mean, who in Houston can live without few ACs in their homes and cars and offices. So we deal with this, and we have huge companies here in Houston help us out. Daikin is a Japanese company, just moved to town, 3 years ago. We have great partnership with them. Train and other companies and so on. So this is the first one. The other one is the electrical technology, which, electricity is the center of the universe. Who can live without electricity? So we deal with whatever take to supply energy and energy management to the building. And part of it also is solar installation. That's part of the electricity. The other one is construction management. This degree is very critical to Houston because it shows the people how to create companies and how to work with companies to manage any construction site, whether it is vertical project or horizontal projects. Those guys, they come here to us to become managers, to go on the field and become superintendent or have their own companies and so on. The fourth one is interior design. And interior design, it's very critical to architectural. It's how to make your building more comfortable, more healthy building, and more attractive building. So that's what we deal with interior design. And the last one is the drafting, which is, drafting, you deal with architectural drafting, you deal with mechanical drafting, you deal with process piping drafting, you deal with electrical drafting. All this are required and needed to make sure that we still function as a civilized nation and treat those companies well in order for them to flourish and make us flourish with them as well.
Yes, absolutely, Kris. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope everyone walks away just knowing the value that program adds and just all of the opportunities. We've been speaking with Kris Asper, who's the Dean of Architectural Design and Construction Center of Excellence here at HEC. If you hear something you like, fall registration is still open. We'll have info posted after the show for more details. Thanks so much for joining us, Kris.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.